Welcome back, operators. I'm Raheem Kareem, and today on DevOps Git Started, we're talking about what happens after the deploy button is pressed. Because building software is just a start. Keeping it running, that's the real game. And that's where observability comes in. Observability means knowing what's going on inside your systems without guessing. The three pillars are logs, detailed records of what happened and when; metrics, performance data like memory, latency, and CPU; and traces, the path a request takes through your services. In the last episode, we stepped into the browser, where deployed code meets reality. Now, in episode 8, we zoom out even further into production itself, where systems tell us what they're actually doing. This blueprint is called the Production Observability Derivation Analytics Framework, and it explains where observability really comes from. Observability isn't magic, it's derived, and it's derived from three foundational data sources: logs, metrics, and traces. Let's start on the left with logs. Logs are our events, things that happened. They're detailed, high context, and human readable, but they don't scale well by themselves. Logs answer the question, what happened? But not always how often or how bad. Next, we move into metrics. Metrics are aggregated events, counts, averages, percentiles. They trade detail for efficiency. Metrics answer questions like, how many requests? What's the error rate? Is latency trending up? And notice the volume. Metrics are lower volume, easier to store, and perfect for dashboards. Finally, we reach traces. Traces are request scoped events. They follow a single request as it moves through services. Traces answer the hardest question in production. Why did this request fail while others did not? True observability lives at the intersection where logs, metrics, and traces overlap. That's where we can correlate. Metrics tell us something is wrong. Logs give us context, and traces shows us exactly where things broke. Now, let's talk about value. As you move from metrics to logs to traces, the data volume increases fast. Metrics are lightweight. Logs are heavier. Traces? Traces are hungry. And yes, observability is basically a very polite, very professional way of saying production surveillance. But when done right, it's not creepy, it's clarity. This blueprint helps teams understand what to collect, why it exists, and how it becomes insight. When something breaks, and it will, observability is how you respond fast, find the root cause, and fix it without panicking. We'll explore tools like LogRocket, Sentry, and Grafana, which help you monitor front-end errors, back-end performance, and overall system health. Observability can sound abstract until you see the tools that make it tangible. Let's walk through a few platforms that help teams actually see production. We'll start with LogRocket. LogRocket combines logs, session replay, and front-end telemetry, so you can literally watch user behavior when something breaks. It's observability from the user's perspective, perfect for front-end heavy applications. Next up is Sentry. Sentry focuses on errors and exceptions, connecting stack traces, request context, and release versions. It answers a critical question fast: what broke, where, and after which deploy. Then we have Grafana. Grafana is all about metrics, dashboards, alerts, and visualization. It doesn't just collect data, it turns metrics into shared operational awareness. This is where teams watch systems breathe. And finally, we bring it all together with Datadog. Datadog unifies metrics, logs, and traces into a single observability platform. It's designed for scale, cloud-native systems, distributed architectures, and always-on production. This is full-spectrum observability. Each of these tools solves a different slice of the observability puzzle. The goal isn't to use everything, it's to understand the model. Once you understand logs, metrics, and traces, you'll truly be ready to get started. To recap, logs tell you what happened, metrics tell you how well your system is performing, and traces tell you where a request went and where it slowed down. Observability turns issues into insights, and insights into action. Next up, we're talking DevOps careers, what the different roles are, how to grow into them, and which tools you want to master along the way. I'm Raheem Kareem, and your code may ship fast, but your stability ships trust.